So I want to make a quick tutorial on transferring over your Switch data to your Nintendo Switch 2 system, as well as your save data for games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where you can't do backups to the cloud. They do this because Pokemon is very much against genning and that sort of thing for their proper competitive play and that sort of deal. So you can only have one save file once, right? You can't clone a save file. You have to move it. And so, from what I've read online, it seems like doing the system transfer as you are first setting up the console is kind of the best time to do it. So on screen, I'll show you where on your original Switch that you'll want to go to show the option for moving to your Nintendo Switch 2. I'm also going to do that on my physical console off to the side here. I have my original Switch here. And so on that system, I will select system transfer. My Switch 2 is nearby, and I want to begin a system transfer. If I have this, which I do not at this point. Yeah, it's going to move over a secondary account that I have. Now, I want to know, is there a way to not move save data? So there might be a cut here as I Google things. So it seems like you have the ability to move between systems, which means, technically speaking, you can transfer from your Nintendo Switch to your Nintendo Switch 2, but you can also do it in reverse. So I'm going to attempt that because I want to keep, ideally, my original files on my original Switch so that I can play through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet fresh on Nintendo Switch 2 with its new performance. So I'm going to move everything over, and then we're going to see if we can move stuff back. And if the video is long enough and in the chapters includes a section that talks about this, then you know that this has happened. If not, funny text on screen here to show that it doesn't. Okay. It's signed into my Nintendo account. Then you will have a confirmation code appear on screen. I am signed into my account. So the game wants you to have the console rather wants you to have the system plugged in. So this is awkward. My desk is a mess. It's fine though. So I've plugged in my original Switch. Move this console and the source console closer together. They are 5 inches. All right. Oh, it just says let's say done. Yeah, so Pax the Switch here, right? So data will now be received. Start receiving data. Let's see how this goes, eh? I'm curious how long this takes. I think I saw someone say that it took them like 3 minutes. So let me look on my original console, see if it says anything. No, it says continue on here, so we are doing what needs to happen. Okay. Alright, what does it say on this? Data has been sent. Please wait until the process is complete on Switch 2. Okay. Let's see what it does over here. Ho 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 ho. This might turn into a bit more of other setup stuff if I decide to include it. I don't know. Alright, software will be downloaded later. The same theme as the ones you'd selected you're using on the source console will be applied, which is just dark mode. Let's open up the home menu. Let's go into our system settings and let's find data management, right? Let's look at I want to transition. So we'll do send save data now. I want to send it to a Nintendo Switch. Specifically, I want to send my Pokemon Violet details. Alright, so in my other console, as it says, I'm going to go into my home settings. I'm going to go down to data management. Transfer your save data, receive save data. So the link has been established. Putting on center console where you left off. Amazing. So on this system, if I now look at my data management, if I look at transfer, I'm going to say send. I just want to look and see what data it picks up, right? So we should not see Pokemon Scarlet in this list, which we do not. Amazing. So unfortunately for y'all, just because the way I have things set up, I'm not going to be able to show you super duper easily. Let's see. So I'm also getting to do the virtual game cartridge stuff, which is kind of cool. So I've ejected Pokemon Violet, and I've loaded it over here, right? So we can see here the icon is checked out while I load it on my original Switch. You can even see the reflection. Ooh. So as we load this up, basically all I want to see is my save data over here. All right, and so if we look in here, my green screen is having some fun with the HP bars there. But as you can see here, right, I have, this isn't just like the opening credits and setup and stuff. So I was able to successfully move my save data from my Nintendo Switch to my Nintendo Switch 2 in the system transfer, and everything went over. And now I was able to then move it back over and have it available here again. So for the games that don't copy over but instead move over, you can send them back if you want to have brand new save files with online connectivity like I do for Scarlet and Violet. So I hope that I cut this up in a way that made it nice and useful for you, and I'm going to do a quick little outro. Waha! Cuts and stuff. Wow. So that's how you transfer all of your system data from your Nintendo Switch 1 to your Nintendo Switch 2, and also how you can transfer the games back from the Switch 2 to your original Switch if you want to have multiple copies on Pokemon Scarlet, Pokemon Violet. But when you make the new copy and you play through it, you're playing through it on the improved system. On my channel, I'll also have a video showcasing some of the differences between the original Switch and the Switch 2 in terms of performance, mainly in Pokemon Scarlet, but it will apply to Pokemon Violet as well. So please go check that out if you're interested. Leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. I pointed to the wrong spots at the right times for that. At the right times? The right times. Yes, I stand by this. I am me and I approve this message. Thanks a ton and peace out.